Good afternoon, my dear students. How are you all? Hope everyone is doing great over there. Well, students, if you remember our previous class, what had we gone through? What was the topic that we discussed in our previous class? Okay, if you remember, we discussed on terrestrial animals and their adaptational characteristics. Also, we had gone through the definition of different terms like habitat, adaptation, adaptational characteristics, and then we discussed on adaptational characteristics of different animals in our previous class. So, continuing the same topic today, we are going to learn some of the adaptational characteristics of aquatic animals. The topic for today is aquatic animals and their characteristics. Well, before entering into the topic, let me introduce some of the new terms to you, okay? Some of the terms that I have written on the board already. The first one, it's aquatic. What is aquatic? The animals or plants that are found or that live in water are aquatic, okay? Their habitat is water. In the similar way, the second, gills. We have been taking this term time and again, right? So, gills, they are the breathing organs in aquatic animals, alright? Moving on to number 3, that is resistance. Sounds new to you? Don't worry, I will tell you. Resistance means a force that stops something from moving or that makes something move a bit slowly than it was moving. Okay, a force that stops something from moving or makes it move more slowly than it was moving before. Then next is amphibians. Number 4, the word is amphibians. The animals or plants that are found on land as well as in water. They are amphibians. And slippery. Slippery means difficult to hold something because of being too smooth. It's very difficult to catch something because of being too smooth. That is slippery, okay? Now, students, in our previous class also we had gone through the term habitat. What is habitat? Do you remember? The place where animals live, grow and reproduce is called habitat. Similarly, we had also discussed on the term adaptation. What is adaptation? The adjustment of living beings into that certain environment, into their habitat is called adaptation. And then we discussed on adaptational characteristics also. Here also we are going to discuss on characteristics, that is adaptational characteristics of aquatic animals. Adaptational characteristics means the characteristics that help those animals to survive in their habitat is adaptational characteristics, okay? So, moving on to today's topic, we are going to have discussion on aquatic animals at first. What are aquatic animals? The animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. Their habitat is water, that is they are found in water. They live in water. Those type of animals are called aquatic animals. For example, fish, whale, shark, turtle, starfish, octopus, these all animals are included as aquatic animals. Also the birds are also there like swans, ducks, flamingos, cranes, they are all aquatic birds. So, they are also aquatic animals. Now, let's discuss on adaptational characteristics of aquatic animals, alright? The first one, it's a very common point that we have been learning. That is, aquatic animals, their body is streamlined or boat-shaped body. Their body is narrow like stream and boat-shaped body. Their body is shaped like a boat. Why? It helps them to swim easily in water. Such type of structure of body, that is boat-shaped or streamlined body, helps them to swim easily in water. Then moving on to next point, that is they have fins to swim easily in water. Fishes, whales, they have fins to swim easily in water. Also, talking about the animals like dolphins, turtles, they have flippers or pedals to move easily in water. Fishes, sharks, they have fins to swim easily in water, whereas dolphins, turtles, they have flippers or pedals that help them to move easily in water. Alright. Now, moving on to next point. Their body is covered with smooth, slippery and waterproof mucus coat covering. Slippery, if you remember, we had discussed here, means difficult to hold. They slip. When we try to catch them, they easily slips from our hand. They can easily escape from our hand. Why? Because their body is smooth and their body is slippery, covered with mucus coat. Mucus, slippery type of substance, okay? And why their body is smooth? Their smooth body helps them to control the water resistance when they are swimming. Control the water resistance means, as we have told, the force that helps, that stops something from moving or helps them to move a bit slowly than it was moving. So, their slippery body helps them to control the water resistance while they are inside the water, while they are swimming. Okay. Then, next point is also very common. What do aquatic animals breathe with? Aquatic animals, they have gills to breathe, isn't it? Yes, gills, it is the breathing organ in aquatic animals, and the aquatic animals, most of the aquatic animals, they breathe with the help of gills. But let's take the example of alligators, crocodiles. They also live in water, isn't it? But what do they breathe with? They have lungs to breathe. Animals like alligators, crocodiles, they have lungs to breathe. Okay? And they also have nose placed on the tip of the snout. They also have a nose placed at the tip of the snout that helps them to breathe. Now, I have been telling it, dolphins, we have seen the dolphins, they come out of the water to breathe. They come out of the water frequently, right? Why? Because they also come out of the surface to breathe. Dolphins, they breathe with the help of lungs. Although they are aquatic animals, they breathe with the help of lungs. And to breathe with the help of lungs, they come out of the water surface frequently. They come outside of the water surface to breathe. Alright. Now, let's move on to next point. Frogs, dogs, are they aquatic animals? Well, they spend most of their time, some part of their time in water and some part of life on land, right? So, these animals are called amphibians. What are they called? They are called amphibians. Animals like frogs, dogs, they spend some part of their life on land and some part of their life in water. And they also have webbed feet. They have webbed feet, okay? The skin that is found in between two gaps of their legs, that is webbed, okay? So, they have webbed feet to swim easily in water. They can swim easily with the help of their webbed feet. Now, moving on to next point. Aquatic birds are also there, as I have already told you. Swans, ducks, herons, flamingos, cranes, they all are aquatic birds. They are found, they live near the water sources like ponds, lakes, alright. And these type of birds, as I have already talked, swans, ducks, they have webbed feet that helps them to swim easily in water. But the other birds like flamingos, cranes, they have very long legs that help them to walk easily. The long legs in flamingos, cranes help them to walk easily, and they also have long beak. They have long beak, okay, that is adapted for fishing. They can catch fish. Since they live nearby ponds and water sources, the fishes are also found there, right? So their long beaks help them to catch fish. It is adapted for catching the fish. And the birds like ducks and swans, they also have thick waterproof feathers. They have thick and waterproof feathers that help them to survive in cold water. Their body is covered with thick feathers, okay. Birds, their body is covered with feathers, we know that, but they have thick type of feathers, so that their feathers help them to survive easily in cold water. It helps them to keep their body warm. Alright, and then now moving on to the final point, that is kingfisher. Have you heard the bird's name, kingfisher? Well, it is also a kind of bird. It is also counted as aquatic bird, okay. It is also found nearby the sources of water, and it has long beak. Its beak is long. Legs, they are short, but the beaks of kingfisher, it is long. Why? Because the beaks of kingfisher is also adapted for fishing. Well, these are the adaptational characteristics of aquatic animals that we discussed today. That is, first one, we discussed on the shape of their body. That is, their body is streamlined or boat shaped. And second one, we went through, they have fins to swim easily in water. In the similar way, we also discussed on the term flippers and pedals. Dolphins and turtles, they have flippers and pedals to move easily in water. Then we discussed on the body is covered with smooth, slippery and mucus coat, because their slippery body helps them to control the water resistance, helps them to slow up their speed, okay, while they are swimming. And next, most aquatic animals, they breathe with the help of gills, not a new thing for us. Whereas the animals like crocodiles, alligators are also there, they breathe with the help of lungs, and they have nose placed on the tip of snout that helps them to breathe. Also we discussed on dolphins. They come out of the sources of water frequently to breathe, because they also, although they are also aquatic animals, they breathe with the help of lungs. And then we discussed on some of the amphibians like frogs, dogs. Frogs, we are talking about the frogs. Let me tell you one important point again. Frogs, the young ones of the frogs are tadpoles, right? Tadpoles, they live in water only, and they breathe with the help of their gills in their young stage. Frogs, their young ones are tadpoles, and they breathe with the help of gills in young stage. But once they are grown up, an adult frog, it has moist skin to breathe. It has moist skin to breathe inside water, whereas it breathes with the help of its lung whenever it is on land. As I have already told, frog, it spends some part of its life on land, some parts of its life in water, so that whenever it is in water, it breathes with the help of moist skin, but whenever it comes out on the land, then it has lungs to breathe in. Okay? And dogs, frogs, they have webbed feet that helps them to swim easily in water. Then we discussed on the birds like flamingos, cranes, etc., isn't it? Flamingos and cranes, they have very long legs that help them to walk easily. Kingfisher, it is also an aquatic bird, and it also has long beak. Its legs are short, but it has a long beak that is also adapted for fishing. Well, students, now I have brought some exercise for you. We are going to discuss on the exercise, and this exercise includes the chapter that we had discussed in our previous class as well, that is terrestrial animals and their characteristics. Also today's chapter, that is aquatic animals and their characteristics. The questions are from both the topics, alright, so that it will also be a short revision for you. Now let's move on to the question. Question number 1, what is written here? Tick the best answers from the given alternatives. And number A, if we read out the question, cow, buffalo and sheep are domestic animals, wild animals or aerial animals? Let's revise these terms at first, okay? Domestic animals means the animals kept at our home. Wild animals, the animals that live in forest. And aerial animals means the animals that fly in the sky. Isn't it? Well then, cow, buffalo and sheep, do they live in forest? No. Do they fly in the air? Obviously not, right? So they are domestic animals. Then moving on to number B. Sharp and pointed teeth are found in goat, buffalo or lion? Sharp and pointed teeth. It is also the adaptational characteristics of carnivorous animals, isn't it? We had discussed carnivorous animals, they have sharp and pointed teeth. Now among these, goat, buffalo and lion, which one is the carnivorous animal? I guess lion is. Right? What type of animals are carnivorous animals? The animals that feed on flesh of other animals are carnivorous animals. And here goat, buffalo, both of them, they are included as domestic animals. So lion, or they are herbivorous animals, they are plant eating animals. So lion, it is carnivorous animal. And number C, which of the given animals breathe through gills? This is the point that we discussed in today's class. Frog, lion or fish? Frog, what do they breathe with? An adult frog, it has moist skin to breathe in water and lungs to breathe on land. Then lion, it breathes with the help of lungs. Then what will be the correct answer then? So the correct answer is fish. Fish, they breathe with the help of gills. Okay. Moving on to number D. Which of the given animals has fins for swimming? Also, this is also the topic that we discussed today. That is aquatic animals, they have fins for swimming. But here let's see, shark, duck or frog, which of them have fins for swimming? Duck, it lives on land as well as in water, but it is a bird. Frog, it is also an amphibian, but have you seen its fins? No, right? That means shark, it has fins for swimming in water. Shark is also a species of fish, isn't it? So shark has fins for swimming. And then number E, which of the given animals has a hump? What is hump? Do you remember? Hump means the raised part on the body of animals. That is a bit raised part, okay? That means which animal has a hump? Horse, elephant or camel? Very easy. We have already learned that camel has a hump. And what is the use of hump of a camel? The hump of a camel helps a camel to store food. Am I correct? Hope. Okay. So camel, it has a hump on its back and its hump is used to store food. Okay. Now let's move on to question number 2, that is fill in the blanks. Number A, the environment where living beings live is called? The environment where living beings live is called habitat. The term, very common term in this chapter, that is habitat. The place where animals live, grow and reproduce is habitat. Then similarly, number B, dash animals have wings adapted for dash is here. Now wings, what sort of animals have wings? The animals that fly in the air, they have wings, right? Then what are those animals called? We have given a special term for those animals. What is that? I guess it's aerial, right? Aerial animals have wings adapted for swimming? No, for flying. Now, number C. Aquatic animals have dash body. What sort of body do aquatic animals have? The first point that we discussed in today's class, that is aquatic animals have streamlined body. And number D, frogs breathe through dash in water and dash on land. In water they breathe with the help of moist skin, and lungs on land. Similarly, number E, the animals that can live on land and in water are called, that live both on land and in water are called amphibians. These animals, they spend some part of their life on land and some part of their life in water. Then number F, dogs and frogs have dash feet. What type of feet do they have? We discussed it in today's class only. They have webbed feet. Finally, number Z, a kingfisher has a long beak adapted for kingfisher. What type of bird is it? It is an aquatic bird, right? And it also lives nearby lakes and ponds. That means kingfisher has a long beak adapted for fishing, to catch the fish. Okay, now let's move on to question number 3, that is match the following. At first, let's read out the options, okay? Terrestrial animals, carnivorous animals, aerial animals, amphibians, aquatic animals and arboreal animals on left hand side. Now on right hand side, have sharp pointed teeth, live both on land and in water, live on land, live in water, spend most of the time on trees and have pair of wings. Okay, first one is terrestrial animals. These animals, terrestrial animals means the animals that live on land. Then number B, carnivorous animals. Which option suits carnivorous animals here? Do you remember number B of tick the correct? Sharp and pointed teeth are found in lion. Lion is also carnivorous animals, right? So carnivorous animals have sharp and pointed teeth. Then aerial animals, they fly in the air, isn't it? So what do they have to fly in the air? They have pair of wings to fly in the air. And then amphibians. What type of animals are amphibians? That live both on land and in water. So amphibians live both on land and in water. Then aquatic animals, very easy. They live in water only. Arboreal animals, the last option, that is spend most of their time on trees. Well, here are different types of animals given: terrestrial, carnivorous, aerial, amphibians, aquatic and arboreal, along with their features. Now finally, moving on to last question, that is question number 4. Identify the given animals and write at least 2 adaptational characteristics for each of them. Now let's see. Pictures, it's not given here, so you might be confused, but don't worry, the picture will be shown on the board. The first picture, what is it? It is the picture of a camel. Now what you need to do? You need to tell its adaptational characteristics. The first one, it has a hump to store food, and next is it has strong legs with flat soles to walk easily on sand. Okay. Then second picture, if you see second picture, can you identify the animal? It is a bird, right? It's vulture. So its adaptational characteristics include it has strong and curved beak. It has strong and curved beak. Also, it has strong claws to catch their prey. Okay. Now third picture, what is the picture of? frog. What are the adaptational characteristics of frog? They have webbed feet, isn't it? And they breathe with the help of moist skin in water and lungs on land. Now finally, the last picture shown to you, what is the picture of? The picture is of a crane. And adaptational characteristics include they have long legs to walk easily and they have long beaks adapted for fishing to catch their prey. Okay, now this brings to the end of today's class. Hope you have understood the lesson. Okay, this much for today. Have a nice day everyone. Thank you.